We want the laws to take effect.
Shadrach Miti, KTN News.
Now, representatives from 3 Somaliland political parties have today met officials of Kenya's Independence Party, that is KANU, for lessons on peace building ahead of their next elections. Now, the officials, accompanied by program officers from SafeWorld, are in the country on a fact-finding mission to learn from Kenya's 2017 election experience and preparation for their next polls.
Program manager.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've heard from them they're preparing to go into an election, and it's time that we shared that our experience also has not been very good when it comes to time, when it comes to our countries going into a general election. So we're telling them if need be, prepare well, don't rush it, even if it means to postpone it so that you get it right, so long as we don't end up losing lives.
For the last 2 or 3 days, we have learned a lot in terms of how to run political party, conflict resolution, or mechanism. So I just don't want to say that much. It's been said. I just want to thank you, and we're still in a learning process, and we are glad that we are exchanging experiences, and hopefully we will invite you also as Kenyan political leaders to Somaliland when the time comes.
President Uhuru Kenyatta has issued a stern warning to anyone intending to participate in exam cheating ahead of national exams that kick off in 2 weeks' time. Uhuru was speaking during a 4-day launch of the first African edition of early childhood education that has attracted over 500 delegates from Africa and beyond. Our reporter Cecilia Akesho attended the launch and brings us the following report.
For the second day running, stakeholders in early childhood education from over 30 countries in sub-Saharan Africa and beyond were meeting to share knowledge and experiences on matters early childhood education and how to overcome emerging challenges.
One of the things that we are benefiting from with the nurturing care framework is brought together these multiple domains: health, nutrition, early learning, responsive care. And I'm hoping that when our governments support programs, they will also be creating synergy across the multiple sectors that work for children and families and communities.
Uhuru, who led the official launch of the 4 days conference, challenged county governments to devote more attention to ECD education for children between the ages of 4 to 5 years. According to a July 2018 report on the status of early childhood education, dubbed Accelerating ECD Through Partnerships, most ECD centers are grappling with inadequate number of teachers, crowded classrooms, and insufficient learning facilities.
Just recently, we introduced free milk in all our ECDE centers. Every child now gets a packet of milk 2 times a week. This will not only improve the nutrition of our children, but also increase concentration in class.
We have been able to register an enrollment of 77.1% in ECD with near parity between girls and boys.
There has been an increase in enrollment of preschool children from 2.7 million pupils in 2012 to 3.3 million in 2017.
And with just 2 weeks before national examinations kick off, the president will talk tough on individuals and schools plotting to get involved in exam malpractices. He, however, reiterated the Education Ministry's stand that everything has been put in place to ensure a credible exercise.
I condemn those who insist on corrupting our educational system, and I assure you that we are coming for you. Our future as a nation depends on the quality of our students and professionals. This is what we depend on for our future, and we will continue to protect our children from unscrupulous conmen and women.
The launch, that was also attended by 31 county first ladies, is aimed at achieving goal number 4, education, which is among the sustainable development goals of the Vision 2030. Cecilia Akesho, KTN News.
Thank you, Cecilia Keshaw, for that report. Over to some developing story that is causing so much pain for the people of Marsabit County. And Interior Cabinet Secretary, that is Fred Matiang'i, has called on Marsabit County, or says the ongoing clashes that is in Marsabit County are politically instigated. Now the CS has warned those fanning the violence that they will face the full force of the law regardless of their rank or status. The warning by Matiang'i comes after several people lost their lives in the ethnic clashes pitting two local communities there. This and other stories making headlines in our news wrap. In a stern statement issued Wednesday, CS Fred Matiang'i said the government was aware that the ongoing skirmishes in Marsabit were being instigated by local politicians. The CS said all leaders must adhere to what he called Boma Peace Agreement of 2014 and that anyone who fails to observe this will face the law. He issued the warning even as three leaders from Marsabit County spent the better part of the day at Eastern Region Police Headquarters to record statements over the renewed clashes. The three leaders, including Governor Ali Mahmoud, Saku Member of Parliament Dido Raso, and his North Horr counterpart Chachu Ganya, was summoned by the regional criminal investigation officers to explain what they know about the fighting. At least 10 people have been killed.
Anybody working for government, if they are not doing their duties, let them be thrown out. They should not be transferred. Actually, it should not be us who today are being called to record a statement or to give information.
Elsewhere in Nakuru County, First Lady Margaret Kenyatta commissioned a 450 million shilling maternity and baby unit at the Nakuru Provincial General Hospital. The health facility is a 250-bed capacity and will be the biggest in Rift Valley region. It boasts of ICU, 4 theatres, newborn unit, gynecologist, family planning and child clinic sections.
Through the Linda Mama program under the National Health Insurance Program, the Kenya government has assured free deliveries for mothers and free antenatal services in public hospitals.
And in Isiolo County, a 38-year-old woman has been abandoned by her husband and family at the AVI Matakea Hospital after giving birth to triplets. On the delivery date, the husband, identified as Joniso, allegedly visited the hospital to see how the mother and child were faring on, only to learn that he was blessed with triplets. He left, not to return again.
Waweze tu kunisaidia kwa saa hii, kwa sababu saa hii mzee ana kazi. Mimi mwenyewe ndio niko hivi, niko na watoto watatu na niko na wengine.
Let's now cross over to Nyeri County, where the National Environment Complaints Committee has threatened to take legal action against the county government of Nyeri over failure to provide a solution to the solid waste management menace. Now, speaking through its secretary, that is Dr. John Chomo, during a site visit to the county, the committee demanded that the county fast-tracks efforts to find a lasting solution. And as Ibrahim Karanja now reports, the county government is now shifting blame to National Land Commission.
Since time immemorial, this is what the residents of Nyeri town have known as their dam site, notwithstanding its proximity to a water source and the effects it has on the neighboring residents. But for several weeks now, they have been a confused lot after the National Environment Management Authority stopped the use of this site, prompting an outcry from the residents. It is because of this outcry that the National Environment Complaints Committee visited the county to assess the situation.
There is need to relocate the dam site to a more suitable place so that more processing of the waste can be done efficiently and in order within the law of MCA.
Members of the County Assembly too have a bone to chew with the executive.
The CC in charge is letting the Assembly and the Nyeri as hold down. If there's no money, we could understand. But they came, they asked for the budget, we passed it last year. And now that is a year ago since then. And we cannot see any improvement.
But on its part, the county's Department of Physical Planning has exonerated itself.
The money is already there in the budget. So if even today the National Land Commission tells us we can go ahead, we'll just buy the land.
The committee has now issued an ultimatum.
We have given both NEMA and the county government to give us a report in the next 14 days. Within the next 14 days. Failure to that is actually, we shall likely take them to, in accordance with the law. And the law means we shall likely do what we call litigation. We shall be able to take them to court.
Today's visit by the Environmental Ombudsman marked the start of a 2-day visit to the Central Kenya County. Tomorrow it will be at Kieni constituency to assess the situation at a local quarry. Ibrahim Karanja, KTN News.
It's exactly 30